Hello Internets. I am trying to give you a demonstration of my GoPro setup for my motorcycle that I ride. It consists of a Hero3 Silver, a Hero2, and the additional Wi-Fi adapter setup and Battery Bacpac that I have for the Hero3. I originally picked up the Hero Battery Bacpac for my Hero2, but I found it actually works very well on the Hero3. I'll discuss that in a little bit. The first thing that I had to do was when I wanted to do a wireless setup, I had picked up another additional Hero3 and used my Hero first generation as my backup camera, is to go and buy the Wi-Fi adapter, and that comes with the additional key fob with it. The Wi-Fi adapter has a USB jack and a power button on the side, and it hooks right on to your Hero 2 camera just like any other backpack device that they have, whether it's the battery pack, the video screen, etc. So to turn on the Wi-Fi, all you do is press that gray power button and you see the battery meter come up and you see the Wi-Fi come on. This does have an internal battery that's charged on the USB, if I didn't mention that. And it holds a charge for a very long time. To turn the wireless on the GoPro Hero3 Silver, there's a little button on the side. You press that, you're going to see a couple of flashes. There is a second light on here that's blue that just denotes that the Wi-Fi is actually working on this device now. You need to know though, the small device adapter, or the small device battery that's sitting in here, is powering the Wi-Fi adapter and also the camera at the same time. Now the key fob that we have, it's got two buttons. One is the power button, one is the record button, and you see a LCD screen up here. Pressing the power button, you're going to see a red LED, you're going to see the firmware, and you're going to see the battery meter. Then it's going to Wi-Fi active mode, and it's going to try and find active the cameras that it knows about, because the cameras have been set up already. It's found this camera already and it's powered it on. It's then found this one and it's powering it on. Both of these have gone into the default mode, which is 720 at 60 frames per second. And you can see here it says two cams are ready in default modes. And I have my battery power meter down at the bottom. Now if I press the power or the record button, it's going to start recording on both devices, and I'm also going to get the little red blinking LED sitting up here in the actual device, so I don't have to check the cameras to see if they're actually recording. And you also have a flashing record indicator inside the LCD screen as well. Now if I want to actually stop recording, I just hit that record button again, and you can see that it powers, or it turns the recording off on both cameras. Now if I want to power them off because it's going to be a few more minutes before I get to some good road or anything that I'm going to want to record again, I just hit the power button and hold it, and it's going to power both of them off, and then they're going to be in passive mode. I'll just call it passive mode, waiting to be turned on. You can see the LED is blinking there, and we're still blinking here, or checking, waiting for Wi-Fi on the back of this. So then the camera isn't drawing from its internal battery for using camera or filming. However, it is on the Hero 3, which is where the actual backpack comes in for this guy. Just a regular battery backpack for my Hero 2. You can see it's charged, or it's got a charge on it, and it clicks right on and fits right on and goes right inside a Hero 3 chassis. However, you do need the extended battery pack door that you should have had from the old usage when you bought it, or if you haven't bought one yet, you should still be able to use that, and it will work with your Hero3 Silver. It works on mine just fine. So you will see that it's going to connect. I'm going to start these back up again. Both are going to go into default mode. And I will show you this. I have this display inverted and the image inverted because the camera sits upside down on the bike when I use it. But you'll notice the battery indicator down here has two different battery levels. The internal battery and the external battery. The external battery has a full charge, so it's listing 3 bars. The internal battery only has 2 bars worth of usage left, so it's got a different level. I kind of like that idea, this idea, so I can just look at the front of the camera and tell how much battery I have left on each individual battery on this. I don't know if that's a brand new feature on the Hero 3, but I believe it is. I don't believe I've ever seen it. Actually, no, you can't do it on here. You can only see that there's 1 battery. But I like that it accommodates for 2 batteries on here, so you can tell from a glance if you've got how much power you have left on both batteries. But I would consider this now kind of equally matched between the 2 devices because we have 2 external batteries, one for the Wi-Fi here, one for either the camera or the Wi-Fi here, and then 2 internal batteries for the camera operation. So the battery life is going to be approximately the same. I haven't done any major tests on it yet, but I plan to do so, and I'll give you a status update. The last thing I want to talk about as I turn these off is a battery set that I found online on Amazon called Wasabi Power. They make batteries. They are a 1400 milliamp battery, so you're going to get a little bit longer battery life than you do on the regular GoPro camera battery. It's a 1100 milliamp. These have been, I've found these very effective. I haven't had any problems with them. I've seen people say that they get them and they don't work after a couple of weeks, but I've had these for over a year, and as long as you keep them charged regularly, they seem to hold the charge just fine, and they actually provide just as much power as a regular Wi-Fi battery does. Let me turn this off because that's going to annoy me. The other thing that you do get whenever you buy the dual pack is you do also get, a charger for the battery. And while these will charge in the camera, if you only have limited amounts of the USB mini cables that are used in these, you can also charge on an external jack. But if you notice, this will handle up to 4.2 volts of charge. But if you get a GoPro old battery pack and the new battery packs, they will, if you buy the adapters for both, this will slide off, and you only have to carry 1 back piece to charge both sides. You just need to bring your Wi-Fi or your old battery cartridge and your new battery cartridge, and then slide the appropriate one on just to charge it. So leave a comment in the comments field if you have a question about how I have it set up. Otherwise, thanks for watching.